Good day, good day, good day. Good day, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. It is rainy in New York and icy. It's rainy and icy here. So if you go out, be careful. Be careful if you head out. Good day, Nan. It's good to see you. Good day, Tim. I hope you are doing well. I am so excited. Gladys, I'm so excited today because we're going to be wrapping up our series this week. So, welcome everybody. Welcome to SIP with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice and we practice and we practice some more because the perfection is in the practice. So, don't focus on the perfect, focus on the practice, right? So let's get right into it, Brian and Diana. So to wrap up the series, we're wrapping it up this week. We're wrapping up the life series. And the definition that we've been using this week is life is the body of the soul, Ron. Life is the body of the soul. Life is simply God in action in and through and as us, right? And I kicked off the life series with Life is Family. I shared about my ancestry. I shared some pictures of my mom and my grandmother, my grand aunt, my mother's twin, and talked about the the legacy of my family that is expressing as me as ministry, right? Yeah. And so on that day, there's my mom, y'all. Don't I look just like her? Well, if you see a picture of my dad, I did show a picture of my dad. There's my dad. So I think it's a good blend. I think it's a good blend there. Yeah. Thank you, producer. Yes, I think that's a good blend. And so on that day, I had shared that I opened up my biographical narrative to become an affiliated minister with Centers for Spiritual Living, and I left it upstairs. So I grabbed it today because I wanted to share exactly what I wrote. So here it is. I am the breath of my ancestors. They breathe me. I am the daughter of Eunice Gibson, who is the daughter of Ethel William Gibson, who's the daughter of Melissa Davis, whose name I gratefully carry. I carry her name and honor their legacy of prayer, power, and purpose in our lineage of ministry. I invoke the ministry of joy. I invite joy as my beingness and in my doingness. So that was the opening of my application to become affiliated. And it really struck a chord with my panel, sharing with me that no one has ever opened up their narrative in that way. And I really wanted to demonstrate how impactful my ancestors are in my life, even now. Right. So that's a whole I could keep going there, but I'm gonna move forward. So then that was Tuesday. On Wednesday, we talked about what do you think about life? What do you think about life, Ron? Right? Are you investing in your life? I know Sekou loved that one. Are you investing in your life? Because your interest in your life is compounded. It is compounded. So, what level of interest do you have in your life, Lindsay? And what is your conviction? Yesterday, we talked about conviction. What is your conviction about in your life? Have you already convicted yourself to a life sentence of saying and believing that life is hard, that life is against you, that nothing ever works out in your life? Have you already convicted yourself to that belief, right? Or are you convicted in knowing that life is always working out for you? That life is your friend, that life is your that life is for you. That life is for you. And I love what Willis Kinnear wrote in the 30-day diet, which Sekou and I were talking after the show yesterday. It's just so gangster that he says, life is so daily. Life is so daily, Lindsay, right? Every day. So each and every day, we are the living embodiment of our convictions every single day. So you can be convicted that it's hard and it's a struggle and that nothing ever works out for you. Or you could be convicted that it is good, that all things are in divine right order, that you have already won, that you are victorious, right? It's all up to you. It's all up to you. So I want to share from the 30-day mental diet today. And congratulations to you all. I'm getting the emails. You're so excited. Some of you are already complete with the day 30, either today or yesterday. Some of you will be complete over the weekend, and some of you will continue on. So it doesn't matter where you are. Just keep going. Be convicted and completing the 30-day process. So this is what Willis says in You Live Your Thoughts. This is from day 30. And it's titled, Not a Serious Undertaking. You need to indulge in no serious self-analysis, no ponderous self-evaluation. You start simply and easily by just beginning to think in terms of what you desire rather than dwelling on what you do not want. And we know this, right? Enjoy what you are doing. Enter into the endeavor with enthusiasm and encouragement. Firm in the knowledge and conviction that you are not responsible for the production of the results. They are affected through the action of the spirit within you, life itself. Your responsibility is only in doing the proper thinking about yourself. Doesn't that? Now I know for me that takes a little pressure off. You mean I don't have to figure out the how? I what? That I just need to like focus on my thinking and be clear and constructive and consistent about that. Huh? Right? Because that's where we slip up. We slip up in thinking, believing that we have to figure out the how. And I've said this many times, the how is none of your business. The how is none of my business. Whose business is that? It's spirit's business. It is spirit's business, right? That's why some of us think that life is so hard because we're spending and spinning our wheels trying to figure out God's business. God's business ain't none of your business. Stay in your lane. Do what is yours to do, right? Do what is yours to do, right? You got the what and you got the why. That's enough to know what you want, right? For some of us, that's challenging in and of itself to know what I want and not to dwell on what I do not want. And why? 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 Because I want to fully express life or whatever your why may be. But the how, and not only the how, but the when is God's business. Divine right timing and divine right order. That is the win. That is the win. I used to love this song growing up, and I see my mother's on. Mommy, remember this song? We used to sing this song in church. He may not come when you want him, but he's right on time, right? I have some issues with that lyric. However, I understand the intention behind it, right? just in the nick of time, something happens, right? We stay in the trust and we stay in the faith that it will, that is already being worked out in the invisible realm. It's already being worked out on the spiritual plane, right? So we stay in the knowingness of that. That's how we live life. And that's how life lives through us. That's all life wants to do. It's just flow and ever expand the good. That's all life wants to do. So we can either be a willing participant or we can be in resistance. We can fight against it, right? Some of us fight our good by not showing up, by not being consistent, by thinking about what we don't want, by complaining, right? We fight in life. We're fighting life when we find ourselves in that place. I have to tell y'all, I've instituted a complaint diet for the 30-day mental diet. And we've been doing this, I think this is week 3, 2 or 3. Every single day, y'all, I catch myself complaining. Every single day. So I haven't gotten past day 1 yet. Every single day, I find myself in complaint. The wonderful thing is that I catch myself. I catch myself and I course correct. Life is so hard. Course correct. Catch yourself. Life is always working out for me. Right? Life works. Life works for you, through you, and as you, if you are open to receiving it. Some of us are so closed to the receiving of life. But you know what the wonderful thing is about life? Life doesn't give up because that's its purpose. So life doesn't say, there goes Melissa again. Oh, forget about her. No. Life is cheering me on. Cheering me on. So you all have the what and the why. And if you think you don't, you do, right? So your what is your quality of God that you have invoked and invited for yourself for 2022. We're adding on from 2021, right? It's not like your quality from 2021 just disappears. It's embedded, right? It's embedded. It's all up in there, right? So we're just adding on to, ever expanding the way that life does. So we have time. I think I'm going to do a quality roll call. I'm going to do a quality roll call. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, we started this in 2021. In January, we choose a quality that we are going to be with and be as throughout the whole year by affirming it, invoking it through invocation, through what we think, through what we say, through what we do, through what we are being. It is all wrapped up in our quality because it is already who we are. It is already who we are. It's not missing. It's already who we are. We are just knowing it. We are taking our knowing of it to a conscious level so that we can impress upon our subconscious mind any of those limiting beliefs that are in resistance to who we know that we are, because we need our subconscious mind. It's most of our mind. Our subconscious mind is part of the creative process with our soul. That's a whole nother sip, isn't it? Yes, it is. So, roll call. So, if you are live with me and you have not selected, you have not shared your quality, put it in the comments. If you're watching the replay and you're like, oh, I want in on that, Rev Melissa, put your quality in the comments. And I have something to share. I'll share it after I do the roll call. Little drum roll. 2022 qualities. And some folks have kept their quality from 2022, as Pamela did. So Pamela was bliss last year, and she's still bliss this year. And I know she is, because she's off in Belize having a blissful time. So Pamela, bliss. Stacy, love, freedom, and peace. Gladys, health, prosperity, and creativity. Vanessa, abundance and freedom. Wayne, oneness, faith, harmony, and abundance. Lindsay, joyful trust with kindness. Mommy, joy and love. Diego, wholeness, confidence, and sovereignty. Linda, self-love. Ron, evolve spiritually. Ron, I want you to think about your quality. I want you to think about, we can have a conversation. Bonnie, love and peace. Love, joy, strength, and compassion. Pamela, healthy and peace. Sekou, abundance, wealth, and happiness. Diana, curiosity, creativity, joy, and peace. Nan, divine mind, trust, and abundance. Enmayat, peace and prosperity. Okay, I'm just looking to see if anyone dropped anything in. Lindsay said, I love my personal quality. I know that I know it's me. Joyful trust, it works for me. Yes, it does work for you. Linda, I'm consciously working my quality daily that reinforces that I made a right choice. Yes, daily. Life is so daily, and so is our quality. You work it, work with it, work as it, be it every day, right? Because we are seeing life through the lens of our quality. So something happens, right? Something happens, and mommy says, how does joy and love see this? How would joy and love respond to this? What would joy and love do in this situation? How can I show up more as joy and love right now? That's how we're working with our quality, right? It's not some cute thing that we're doing on SIP from 10 to 10:30 and then you forget about it. I'm not playing those games. This is life. Life is so daily. And what you do on a daily basis matters. You're doing something on a daily basis and it's mattering. Is mattering a word? And it matters. So if you're thinking destructively on a daily basis, guess what? You will have more of that experience because you will magnetize it to yourself. And it might be subtle. It might be subtle, but it's happening. But it's happening. Brian, I got you. I am healthy, strong, and well. Yes, Brian, I will add that to the list. Pastor Al, mercy and peace. Okay, I will add that to the list. Wayne, baby, I don't know what I'm going to do with you because you change your quality every single time. Strength, purity, and peace of heart. All right, Wayne. All right. All right. So, speaking about changing qualities, this is what had happened, y'all. So, I'm in this Living Your Life Purpose group. I don't know if you'll recall, in October of last year, I went to Oregon for a retreat called Living Your Life's Purpose. And it was amazing for me. And it was reaffirming that that life is joy for me and that I work as joy. And that group is, so we continue to meet from time to time. And so Anyway, I don't have to go through all that. Anyway, so I'm in this Living Your Life's Purpose group. And so yesterday, the facilitator took us through a meditation to see what our quality is, right? She called it something else, but that's what it was. And our purpose word, I think is what she said. And I was like, mine's is wholeness. I got this, right? Wholeness with curiosity and courage. I got it, right? So we won't go through this whole process. And mine was murky. Like there were signs. She took us through a guided meditation. And in the guided meditation, there were signs everywhere. And you picked the sign that was calling to you, and that was your purpose word. And I couldn't see any of mine. They were all blurry. And so when I went deeper into the water as part of the guided meditation, there was a sign underneath the water. And I was like, what is the sign doing underneath the water? But it was clear as day, clear as day. And the word on the sign was trust, was trust. So I'm adding trust. So mine is trust, wholeness, curiosity, and courage. So those are my qualities for 2022. Yes, fireworks, fireworks, fireworks. All right, y'all. So keep doing your work. Keep doing the good work. Keep knowing that life is so daily. So you got to work it daily in love and kindness by being gentle with yourself. So that concludes our life series. I hope it was good for you, because it was certainly good for me. So I am Rev Melissa. I am an ordained interfaith minister. I am a licensed religious science practitioner. I'm a spiritual life coach, and I am the spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. And this is my ministry of joy. This is my ministry of joy, where I support people in living life in their quality and being connected to their yes. So if you need support, please reach out to me and we can set up some time to talk. If you would like to give to my ministry of joy, you can do so at iamrevmelissa on Cash App or Venmo. And I appreciate your generosity. I really, really do. So let's get into some joy news. All right. So I shared that this is Black History Month, and that New Thought Media Network is doing a wonderful thing to celebrate Black History Month. It's airing daily segments of Black History Moments, and it's called A Daily Inspiration and Prayer for Racial Healing. So different ministers are sharing a Black history figure and then doing a prayer for racial healing. And I'm participating in that, and mine will air on Sunday. Okay, so just check out, go to New Thought Media Network's Facebook page or YouTube, and you will see the daily Black History Moments there. This Sunday, we're going to celebrate Black History Month on Living Life in Joy, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So please tune in for that. And right after, at Rockland CSL, we continue Spirit and Practice with our February theme, Life is Calling. Remember, life is calling. And my topic for Sunday is Listen to Life. Listen to life. What are you listening to? Are you listening to life? So some save the dates. Our next meditation with the full moon is February 16th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. New time should work for all time zones. February 16th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Vision Board Gathering is on February 26th, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Zoom. So stay tuned for more information about that. You already have the very first thing, that's the most important thing, the focus of your vision board, which is your quality. So you're already there. And then March 8th at 7 p.m., I will be appearing at the Apollo Theater. I'm really, really excited about this. They are having a healing, liberation, and joy, mental health, and the arts program. It's free. You have to RSVP for a ticket. And I am representing joy and how we can spread joy anytime. They have in trying times. I'm saying anytime. Good times, not so good times, how you can spread joy. So that is being sponsored by the Apollo Theater and CUNY School of Medicine. And I just found out that I am going to be on the panel with Dr. Jeff. Do you know Dr. Jeff? He's considered America's psychologist. So I'm really, really excited about that. So I'll be up there doing my thing with Dr. Jeff. So that's just so cool. So let me check in with Sekou, see how he's doing.
Hey.
Hey.
Dr. Jeff, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So lots of things stood out for me, but I want to highlight this comment from Lindsay, if I can find it. Well, there's this one, life does not give up.
No, life does not give up.
But this one, this is what I was looking for. How and when is God's business. Not
That's
only
right.
do you not worry about how, don't worry about the when, because God's timeline is not your timeline.
That's
you get
right.
So caught up in the win of it. So
That's right.
I want to highlight that. And then also you were talking about early on about faith, kind of in that same amount of time, same segment you're talking about faith. And for those of you who saw my show this morning, you know that it was exercise in faith because I didn't have internet. And I could see the Xfinity truck out in front of the house working on the icy wires. And I was like, well, it's going to be what it's going to be. But then I was like, well, let me have faith that's going to work out. Let me still prepare for the show instead of going to do something else. So I prepared for the show. And then like right before showtime, they fixed it. It came down the pole and drove the truck off. And I was like, oh, going live. You know? So behind the scenes, just having faith.
Yes, yes, I love that. I love that. Yes. All you need is the what and the why. And the why, you need to know the what, 100%. And God has the how and the when, 100%, 100%. All right. So I think that wraps up. I think we could put life in the can, as they say. But you know, life can't be contained. Life can't be contained. So, oh, can I get that t-shirt? Oh, Lindsay, this is one of my favorite t-shirts. I can't claim this one. This is from this awesome museum in New Orleans called Jam Nola. And you can't see all of it, but it says Joy, Art, Music, New Orleans. And it's Jam Nola. And it's this awesome music focused museum that's very interactive. And so, yeah, you could probably go online and get it there. But you know, as soon as I saw the Joy, I was like, this is my place. This is my place. So, yeah, can't take. But you know, I do have Joy t-shirts, long sleeve and short sleeve, that say live life in joy and connect to your yes. And I'm sipping today. Thank you, Lindsay, for that segue. I'm sipping on my Sip Joy mug today. This all the Joy merch. Yeah, this all the Joy merch. This Nan and the Joy socks. And the Joy socks are my charity merchandise to support the Hero Ministry movement. So 100% of the proceeds from the Joy socks goes to the Hero Ministry movement to support organizations who provide services to the unhoused. So I'm on Etsy. iamrevmelissa. You can find everything there, including the Sip Joy mug. All right. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you Sunday for Living Life in Joy, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And for Sunday celebration, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Peace and blessings. Peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.